Hello YouTube. I'll level with you. This is the third time I've made this video. Not even just a take. This is the third time third version I've tried to do. The first one just put me to sleep. Boring as hell. The second one will never see the light of day unless there's a lot of demand for it. I did it earlier. And I watched it back and it was a little embarrassed me slightly. It was quite embarrassing. It involved a bit of dancing, some music, some shocking acting, some bad accents, and some sweaty armpits to round it off nicely. That's definitely one reason not to show. Well, I haven't, honestly, I'm not sure it'd pass the eBay police. They probably wouldn't even let me show it. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm here again. It didn't pass my test. If it's not going to pass my test, it's not going to pass anyone else's test. Although it was quite funny. It did make me laugh. It made me cringe as well. It was done for laughs. So yeah, pickups. Here I am again. I'm still spending. I'm still too lazy to go on eBay to deal with the eBay fuckwits, because there's always eBay fuckwits, aren't there? Whether you're buying or selling, there's always a fuckwit. So I'm not. I do desperately need to do it, but I just can't be bothered with the hassle. I can't understand how people, a lot of you lot out there, do it like all week in, week out. To me, it just does my head in. But anyway, on to rugby. Starting off, commiserations to Wales. I think you robbed, bloody scumbag ref. Shocking decision. I don't know. Matt Dawson was saying it was a correct decision. Well, Matt Dawson can piss off. No, I feel sorry for Wales, and I think they would have walked it if it had been a full complement of players. But anyway, no, it's shocking. Anyway, yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah, never open your door on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, because it will always be Jehovah's Witnesses, unless you're expecting something from the postie. You're expecting the postie to have something nice for you, a nice package. Because I did yesterday, and I made the mistake yesterday of opening the door to Jehovah's Witnesses, and I had to shut the door rudely in their faces. Anyway, I'm going to try and make this quicker than normal, because it's my New Year's resolution. It will be in the new year. So, right, pickups. It's been about 3 weeks since my last one, and I've totally forgotten. What order I bought all these in, so I've just sort of piled them up into sort of vague groups. And I've not spent that much. It's been 3 weeks, and I've only spent about 15 quid, which is pretty good. So I am cutting back. So 15 quid in 3 weeks is pretty good. But still, it's not cold turkey. I've not been able to quite go cold turkey. I will have to go cold turkey when I'm totally and utterly out of Wonga. But right, some of these are duplicates, some of these are for resale, some of these are for keeping. So there's a mixture of stuff. So there you go. I'll start off the charity shop purchase for 50 whole pence. Is G Police Weapons of Justice. This is a duplicate, but it's for resale. This will go with a batch. I'm doing a batch on eBay, an eBay batch. I'm trying to get some half decent games as like sweeteners to sort of pair in with all my shite, all my rubbish, just a sweetener so I can get rid of it all in one go. So I think G Police Weapons of Justice isn't a bad title. Actually, I've got all these out of that shouldn't have been there. They're all out of order. So G Police Weapons of Justice, another one which is a sweetener. That was from a charity shop, 50p. This one was from Carboots sale, 50p. Alundra 2. Again, this is a duplicate for resale. actually a really nice nick, all bar a few scratches on the front for 50p. Again, I can't tell you what Carboots that was, because it was sometime in the last 3 weeks. This was definitely yesterday, this one. Yeah, definitely yesterday. Digimon World. This is a triplicate. It's not a duplicate, it's a triplicate. So this is my third copy I've actually got. This one was £1.50. I haggled I haggled him down from £2. But this is sort of a conglomeration of different parts. So I've got all my 3, and I've got all the best bits and put them together, and that's the one I'm going to keep. I've got one I'm going to sell it on its own, and this one's going to go with the batch with these 2, and Resident Evil Nemesis 3, or Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil Survivor, Abe's Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and a few others, just general rubbish. It's like a sweetener, and just to shift make some room, shift some of this stuff. Although that's quite a good game to be selling in a batch, but like I said, it's a sweetener to tempt people in. This is more PS1. Now these are keepers. This was Cash Converters in Stevenage purchase. Strikers 1945. I've seen people buy this before. It's a never expensive game. I could probably buy this brand new for a couple of quid, 3 maybe, I don't know. But it was £1 from Cash Converters. So bloody piss off walking right past one. We should get some curtains. Get some curtains. Although it does work the other way, because sometimes, you know, actually it's. I won't say that. I'll embarrass myself. Anyway, Strikers 1945 for £1. Cash Converters, all complete, all in pretty nice nick, apart from the case. Needs a bit of a buff. I don't know what the game's like. If anybody can tell me what the game's like, I mean, it's a shmup, and I like to sort of buy as many shmups from my PS1 as I can. So yeah, £1. Cash Converters. This one from yesterday. A bit of a story behind this. Ape Escape. Ape Escape. I mean, I'm not really into these sort of platformers so much. I've got 1 or 2 just for variety, the sake of variety. But this one's got a bit of a story behind it. When I was at university, in the 2nd year, a load of us all lived in a house together. There's I think it's about 10 of us in this house together. And we all had an essay to write. It all had to be at the same time. There was sort of like this history of art essay. It all had to be submitted at the same time. And like an idiot, like I always do, I left mine right to the last minute. I can't write anything without the pressure of a deadline. I can't sit down and concentrate. I always find something else to do. And it was the night before, and I was having to pull an all-nighter, and it was a fucking nightmare. But we lived with this guy called Little Jim. And Little Jim was the most conscientious guy you'd ever meet. He always did everything on time, and he always did it properly. He was the least rebellious person you've ever met. And he's done multiple drafts and write-throughs and bullet points and everything of his essay, and he'd had it done for weeks. And I was sitting doing mine, stressing, and he was sitting down in our kitchen playing bloody Ape Escape. So this has got bad memories. This game, sort of demons about this game. They need to be exercised. He was playing Ape Escape and Breath of Fire 3, just fishing on Breath of Fire 3 and playing this. And I'd come downstairs and I'd see him playing it, and he'd be just farting around in the game, and it just brings back nasty memories. I think I need to play through it to exercise them. But it's supposed to be a pretty good game, you know, apart from that. But 2 Carboot purchases. I think this is 2 weeks ago, these 2. First one, Capcom Classics Volume 1. I've got the PS2 version of this, but this one's slightly scarcer. And I thought it might have been like the Taito Legends, because the different format versions of Taito Legends have different content. I think like the Xbox version of Taito Legends 2 has 3 different games to the PS2 version. I thought this might be the same. I don't think it is. But I'm going to keep it all the same, because like I said, it's slightly more novel than the PS2 version, which is 10p. And the games on it are brilliant. It's just got a cracking selection of games. And this one is a duplicate, but in better condition than my comp version. It's Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's better versions, better condition. So this one is a replacement for the other one. The other one's not too bad. It's just got a really knackered disc. Although that could be remedied by taking it to Game Station and cleaned, couldn't it? But like an idiot, I can't be bothered. Can't be arsed, I'm too lazy. So I got this one, and it was £1. So, and this is worth more than £1, I know that much. So the other one will either be for trade, because I'm not really trading at the moment. But the other one might be for trade, or I might sell it on, if I can be bothered. Because I'm just generally being apathy. I'm just in apathy. I can't dig myself out of the apathy. Total lack of motivation. I think this might have been the same day as these two. I can't remember. For £1, this is quite a nice find actually. WarioWare Smooth Moves. I've wanted this game ever since I got my Wii because it looks hilarious. Just looking on the back, like the things you do with the Wii, like you hold the Wiimote up to your nose like an elephant, and that's just what's not to like about about that, and hold it above your head and do squats. It looks hilarious. I can imagine just playing this. Although it says there's only one player. I suppose you take turns, don't you? It's that same idiot just walking past my windows distracts me. So the last thing I need when I'm lacking motivation is distractions. But no, look at some of these pictures on the back, like the guy. See that doing squats. You saw like you drive with it and stuff. What's not to like? But also I've noticed it is really nice nick, and it only cost me £1. But it's a bit dirty. Just dirt that will go though. The disc's pretty buggered. I don't know what they were doing to it. Because he said £1. I thought, yeah, that's a no-brainer. But then I took a look at the disc, and the disc is knackered. I can't feel any scratches, but it is scratched. And he went. He said he told me he'd been playing it. He told me he'd been playing it that morning or the day before with his kids. I'm not sure I believe him. But apart from that, it's in really nice nick. All bar some dirt and what looked like pubes. pubes under the plastic. They're not my pubes. They're someone else's pubes. And I've not been able to summon up the courage to clean them out yet because I need some surgical gloves to get rid of them. Because I'm not touching any other dude's pubes. But that's £1, and I'm really chuffed because that's been on my list since the day I got my Wii. 2 separate Game Station purchases. This is another one that I've had on a lookout for a while. It's a nice shiny. Look at that. You see my camera? That's my camera there. Camera with its little screen. Grand Theft Auto double pack. GTA 3 and Vice City. I would really love to have the triple pack, but I'm never going to see it anyway. I think I saw it once in GameStop, CX, and it was £20. Which is, I think it's about the money, but it wasn't 100%. And I remember I took a look at it because it doesn't have the cases. It's just cardboard, the triple pack, and I took a look at it and sort of bugging it up, trying to look inside, and so I couldn't get it back couldn't get it back together. So I just left the shop before they noticed what I'd done. But so I've got San Andreas upstairs anyway, separately. So I don't think these games were on the Xbox individually, were they? They only came in this double pack. So that was £2.99. It was in a 5 for 10. But as it normally happens with me, there's never sort of 3 or 4 other games. So I have to do the one on its own. And there's the same situation with this. Resident Evil 0, and the only one I need. I say need. I always say need with these. I don't need any of this stuff. You know, I don't need it. It's not life or death. But in the context of Resident Evil's on the GameCube, the only one I need now is Code Veronica X. But this was £2.99 in the 5 for 10, and it's pretty nice nick actually. So I'm chuffed with that one. They did have Mario Sunshine, So if I bought that, I would have spent £6. If I was going to spend £6, I might as well spend the extra 4 and get 3 more games. But then I farted around, and there was nothing else I really wanted. So, like an idiot, I left Mario Sunshine and just got that on its own. And I thought I'll get Mario Sunshine on a later date if it's still there, but it's gone. So, bollocks, it's gone. But that's not too bad on its own. And finally, I went to visit my old nan in Tunbridge Wells. They've got loads of charity shops in Tunbridge Wells. Loads. They've got a really shitty branch of game. Quite a good CEX, but loads of charity shops. And I've discovered a really nice collectible shop. Sells things like old school Star Wars toys. Things like, and video games actually. They had sort of a whole range of video games, but this was a charity shop. And a bit of a story behind this. It's Golden Sun, The Lost Age. I went into this, there's one charity shop, I went in there and they had a box GBA SP with a Banjo-Kazooie game and a charger and this for £20 in a bundle. I didn't want to pay £20 for the bundle, so I left. I went around town, just did all my stuff. I thought, mulled it over, went back. I thought, if it's in the SP's in really good nick, and there might even be a game in the back, I might think about spending that £20. So I went in there, checked it, and it wasn't in tip-top condition, so it wasn't worth it. There wasn't a game in the back either, so it wasn't a bonus game. So I left the shop. But I really wanted this game. I walked off down the road. Before I went off back, I turned around, went back into the shop for the third time. The women in there must have thought I was mental. But I thought, no, I'm going to ask them if they'll sell this to me separately, and obviously they have. And she had to mull it over how much to charge me, and she obviously had to reprice the package. But she, I thought she was going to charge me £10 at one point. That would have been a dilemma. I think it's worth about £10 on eBay. But she ended up charging me £2. So I've now got both Golden Suns on the GBA. The only thing it didn't have was the cardboard cardboard innards, but I've got an old empty Mario Kart box that had everything bar the game in it, so I just swapped that out, transplanted it. So yeah, 17 minutes, woohoo, or nearly 18. That'd be me. If people really want to see this I'll call it the director's cut unseen footage of this alternative version of this pickups video. It's a bit embarrassing. If anybody really wants to see it, I'll upload it. Just say so in the comments. You're going to say so now, aren't you? Although they might not even let me show it. Like I said, the eBay authorities. It's quite funny, but embarrassing at the same time. More videos on the way. I will get my arsenal gear. I know I've been a bit slack recently, but I will get my arsenal gear. One thing I do want to say, I want to say thanks to my subs. I've had a few recently, but I've had a strange thing. Some of them don't have channels, so I've not been able to say thank you to all of them individually. So anybody I've not been able to say thank you to, I'll say thank you now. So thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it, and it's always a surprise when people do. But I'll cut it off before it gets to 19 minutes. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I will get my arsenal gear over these next few weeks. There will be more regular videos, so thanks for watching and see you later.